Okay, so we've got one more video to do to prepare for exam number 2. And once we do, that'll be the 4th one, but I think this one might be short. Let's see what happens. Okay, here we go. Exam 2 review. And this one is D because it's the 4th. Exam review D, and I just got a few more things to tell you. Okay, so we talked about factor by grouping in the last one. I want to give you a little bit more heads up on factor by grouping. Give you a more complicated case to prepare you. All right, I gave you an easy one. This one, that was, I think, too easy. I want to give you this one. What if you're faced with 5, I don't care what letter it is, but 5x cubed, okay, plus 6x squared minus 15x. Obviously, we don't care what letter it is. It could be any letter, A through Z, minus 18. Okay, that's what it looks like. So this looks a little bit more complicated than the previous one, but it's not a big deal. Here's what you got to do, right? Here's the first thing. First you do this. Rearrange it very simply. I know it's in a nice order from 3 to 2 to 1, but you don't want it that way. You want 5x cubed to be put right next, put the minus 15x next to it, and then afterwards the second largest, 6x squared with a negative 18, and then you split it in 2. That's going to be the trick that I need to tell you. Then you get the GCF. The rest is not super complicated. You get the GCF, bring it out. What's the largest number that go into 5 and 15? The answer is 5. What's the smallest of the x's? It's just x. If you divide 5x cubed by 5x, you can do it yourselves on paper. You'll see that it's equal to x squared. Right, the 5 cancels. X cubed over x is x squared. Minus 15x divided by 5x is going to be minus 3. The x cancels. Minus 15 divided by 5 is minus 3. The x cancel. The 2 x's cancel. And now you come over here and you sort of hope for the best. Hopefully that sounds familiar from a while ago. We used to say hope for the best and write x squared, the same exact thing, x squared minus 3 over again. Then look here and here. And what number in front of this parentheses will make x squared minus 3 and turn into 6x squared minus 18? You can see pretty easily that it's 6. 6 times x squared is 6x squared. 6 times 3 is negative 18. And now we're done. These two are a match, so we know that's part of our factoring. They're a match. Just take one copy. And the other two come in their own parentheses. The number 5x, and what does it say over here? It's a positive 6, so it's plus 6. And here is the answer, factor by grouping. Let's come up over here, factor by grouping. Here is the answer. Okay, so there is the first thing I want to tell you. And I think this is going to be a short video. Here's the next thing I want to tell you. Go see video 8. It's about circles. And I want to tell you one more thing to add to that. Go see video 8, Math 105 video 8. It's about circles. And let's say that you find the center of the circle, and it's 5 comma negative 2. And you also find the radius. You figure out that it's, let's say, 3. And then one of the things you got to do is they say, go graph it. Go graph it. And you have these two pieces of information. You already found the center, and you already know the radius. So you go to a graph, and you plot 5 comma negative 2. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here's the y-axis. Here's the x-axis. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then down negative 2. Down negative 2. So here's the center. That's going to be the center. Right there. And now, radius is equal to 3, so go 1, 2, 3 this way. Go 1, 2, 3 this way. Go 1, 2, 3 this way. And go 1, 2, 3, all from the center. And connect them up. And you have graphed it. That's it. Problem over. Okay, one more thing I want to tell you. One more thing I want to tell you. And let me move my paper up. What if they give you a line and they say, here's 2 points on this line, and you can figure out you can easily figure out the coordinates of the 2 points. The coordinates of these 2 points. Okay, so now here's the question they ask you. What is the slope? So you figure out the coordinates of this thing. That'll be, get the coordinates, figure it out, the x and the y, and figure out the coordinates of this one, the x and the y. This one will be your x1, y2. This will be your x1, y1. And you use the slope formula, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Use the slope, use this formula. You get these coordinates, called one x1, y1, the other one x2, y2. Use the formula, and you'll get the slope, and that will be the answer. I think this is pretty obvious, but I want to just show you an example that looks like that. So they give you a line, they just show you a drawing of a line. You can easily figure out the coordinates of this. Call it x1, y1. Whatever the numbers are, they'll be x1, y1. Whatever these numbers are will be x2, y2. You plug them into the slope formula, you'll get the slope, you'll get their answer. That's all there is to it. Okay, that I think is the full job, the complete job that we need to prepare all those videos that I tell you in A, in exam 2 review A, I tell you all the videos you need to see. And I've just added on some extra stuff, important stuff to prepare for the exam, but you need to see all those videos. I reiterate, that's extremely important. Just looking at my reviews will not be good enough. You must look at the old reviews, those other videos on YouTube to be able to get to finish and to prepare for this test that's on Wednesday the 22nd that you can take any time during that day. You check it out on Alex. Okay, so we end video here.